Do you want some?
Jurassic Park. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
Ecto goggles with Ecto Buffer, Neutrona Blaster, and Water Zapper, each sold separately.
Be careful what you wish for. It started brewing in everyone who knows. From every universe. Across the screens.
Hey there, everyone. It is a beautiful spring April 1st morning. I'm Craig Goldberg. Welcome to the Yes Have Some podcast. With me, as always, we've got our lovely co-hosts. We've got Abigail Gardner.
What's up, y'all?
We've got Mr. Jacob Walsh.
Huh?
Oh, boy,
How you
it's going to be
doing,
one
Jake?
of those podcasts.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll cheer up, I swear.
What's wrong? It is sunny. It is April. We're
I'm-
about to get into flowers blooming.
Yes,
How can
well-
you be sour today?
It's either allergies or I'm catching a cold. I think I'm catching a cold because I think I know who gave it to me.
Okay.
Which was some guy came in and he wanted like one of those Godzilla scenes, only it was Wayne Knight instead of Godzilla, like from Jurassic Park, and instead of Japanese people, it was little Dilophosauruses, and then in the foreground, instead of Jeff Goldblum in his sexy Jurassic Park repose, it was Stephen King. And I said, he looks sick as shit, and I shouldn't do this. But that was not a tattoo to turn up. So I did it, and now I'm sick.
I was following you for like 3/4 of that. And then I was like, wait, so Wayne Knight is Stephen King and a Dilophosaurus at the same time?
Yeah.
It's fine. Well,
I'm into it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well.
hit that vitamin C and the echinacea and you'll be fine.
The funny part
Everything's
is the whole thing sounds like a bit, but I am literally, like everybody in the household is sick. Everybody around me is sick. So it's just been a flurry of, is it COVID? Is it COVID? Is it COVID?
Mm-hmm.
No, it looks like a cold, looks like a cold, looks like a cold. I'm sick.
When you say everybody in the household, do you mean your Jaws barrels? Like who?
Yeah.
Who's sick in your house?
Oh,
Taking the barrels to the doctor.
The mice, that sort of
Mice.
thing.
I picture you like your toy room is being decorated right now by like the Cinderella mice, and there's like birds coming in and picking up all of the figures that have fallen over and stuff like that. That's what I'm seeing in my head.
Oh,
and
Yes,
and
I'm
the
a
Wayne
toy-
Knight, Stephen King thing, I'm still trying to process that.
I'm
working on that.
a toy collecting Disney princess is what I am.
Oh, that's about right.
Instead of making dresses, they help me like arrange the toy shelf.
I need to get them over here to arrange my shelves for real. I
To
need
me,
some
my
help.
woodland friends.
My
Which
shelves
way
are
should I
mess.
assort my Stephen King? Should I do it chronologically or alphabetically?
Dude.
Autobiographically. Abigail Gardner,
Yes.
how are
hi.
you doing?
Thank
How are
you.
things today?
I'm doing well. I woke up and got ready for this episode and feel nice and prepared. It's been a while since we've done a fuck budget. Happy to be here with you, Craig, and Jake. I'm sorry you're going through all that. Like I know it's tough.
It's rough.
But
Bring in the
yeah,
noise. Sorry.
yeah, you'll feel better soon. I promise. Just get a little nap. Go buy a toy, and it'll be okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you
All
gotta
right.
just go buy retail therapy. That's where you got to go.
Absolutely. eBay if
Um,
you can. If you can make it to the store, then yeah, do that. Go to Target.
Do that.
Is
Just
eBay
go infect
officially-
other people.
Is eBay
Absolutely.
officially a verb now? Like go eBay that shit?
Yeah, like a
I'm not
yeah,
feeling great. I'm gonna go do some eBay. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
absolutely.
I
Doctor
don't know if that's the
recommended
proper
eBay.
nomenclature. I'm gonna go do some eBay. That sounded dangerous
Yeah.
or dirty.
Yeah.
Could be either way. Well, hey, we're going to talk about a lot of fun stuff. Big week here on the Yes Have Some podcast. We got a lot of pop culture stuff. We got a lot of video game stuff. We're going to talk some toys. Everybody that's been waiting for it, we're going to talk about Ghostbusters Afterlife. We're going to do our full review at the end of this podcast. So get ready. So it's been a long time coming. We've given it a few months. We thought we'd just save it.
Yeah. We've
but,
listened to the people. We're gonna give
yeah.
them what they want. Just wait. We'll do it later.
But I want to ask the question that I know is on all of the YHS listeners' minds right now. How did we feel about the Oscars? Do we give a shit? Like everybody's talking about the Oscars. I feel like we're supposed to talk about the Oscars, but I kind of don't care. Do either of you care?
I cared.
Not really.
when watching, because I watched like 6 out of the 10 the nominees for like Best Picture this year, so I felt kind of like I was invested in it. But yeah, it went off the rails so quickly while watching that. Yeah, it became just like all of our group chats exploding and everyone just talking about the Will Smith incident, which is what it is. But yeah, I don't expect much from the Oscars because, like Jake, you always say it's like kind of a shit show, and it's all like a lot of like inner circle, like people just, you know, being nice to each other, like within their group, and not a lot of I don't know. They don't seem to really understand like other movies, and it can be very frustrating.
I do say that. I'm well known for saying that.
You are.
Yeah, it's
incestuous is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, I don't know that it's ever not been inside baseball, and I think it's the flavor of society about whether they give a crap or not. And I think right now, zero crap's given. I think Oscars are a luxury thing in society. If things are going, I don't know. Here's my theory. If we went back and looked at like other peak things, like around 9/11, the energy crisis in the 70s, stuff like that, or the war, like World War II. Like if we looked at that, what was the response? Well, World War II is not good because nobody was watching on TVs in the TV era. But if the worst parts of the Vietnam War and all that, what was people's reaction to the Oscars? And actually, even that might not even hold, because it's possible that when things get bad, certain times in society, they just go to it because it's an escape. But right now, I think everybody's so plugged in, and they're mainlining, you know, the war in Ukraine, COVID still just sort of lingering around and all this stuff. And everybody's like, nobody's got time for this bullshit. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
General consensus.
Like, you could literally just show up and have a half an hour show where they just announce the winners, where you go, oh, that's great. I'm going to make a note to go see that. And then we're done, and then on with our lives. So.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Actually show everyone receiving the award instead of like cutting certain parts. That'd be great. Just let me like check my boxes to know who won.
Add back in more categories, and then have your big long ceremony, and then just edit it down to them accepting it in their speeches. It's over in, well, let's make it an hour long with commercials. And
yeah, we don't need like crowd work bits and like all sorts of stuff in the middle of it.
We don't. I don't think right now anybody cares who hosts, and they still try to make it such and such is hosting, and it's like,
yeah,
it could be anybody.
Just crank.
I don't care.
But that in memoriam segment, like that, just let that be as long as, because that hurt. That was a very lengthy in memoriam segment because so many people passed in the last year. And like the Ivan Reitman thing with Bill Murray hit me right in the gut. And it happened after all of the Will Smith slap and Questlove winning an Oscar and all this, everything all the shit that people should have been talking about.
I will stand by Questlove getting an Oscar. That was awesome. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's unfortunate that like took place and coincided with that moment. Yeah, it was something that like as a child of the 90s and like watching Celebrity Deathmatch on MTV, there's like kind of that interest of like, oh, these two celebrities are like going at it, but it's just very hollow and kind of unnecessary. Like it just left a bad feeling, and like we were not paying attention to the things that were meaningful that were happening.
Good movies and good people who passed away, and now we're just thinking like, was that a bit? Like, oh, I wonder if that was a bit. Was that real? Was that I don't know. Yeah,
I'm just mad that I invested so much time in watching Nightmare Alley like the day before and it didn't win anything. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, what the shit is that nothing ever wins.
It's nominated, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right. I did like the Through the Eyes of Tammy Faye, though. I thought Jessica Chastain was awesome in that movie. I don't know if y'all got it or got it.
Haven't seen that one yet. Yeah.
Okay. Highly recommend. Jake, I know you like Jessica Chastain.
Yes.
Definitely.
He does.
Okay.
All right. Well, so
I totally do.
He does. He's playing it cool so that when she listens, it doesn't like. Who? Jessica? Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the other tattoo on your hand. Is gonna be.
Come on over, Jessica. The Woodland Creatures helped me organize my Stephen King shelf.
Oh, dude, she hears about that. It's on.
Well, what else is going on this week that we should talk about? I just saw that Michael Che is leaving SNL.
What?
That
kind of hurt.
I didn't see that. What the?
Yeah.
Dude, that dynamic is so good between the two of them. Oh, man.
So good. And the way that the two of them just fuck with each other all the time. Like he and Jost and when they set up their end of the year, like writing jokes for each other, like I don't know, man. I think that's going to be at the end of this SNL season. I think a lot of people are going to leave. Like, I think this might be like Kate McKinnon's last year. And
That would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a bunch of people are leaving.
Yeah, they've bolstered up some new young faces on there. I have a feeling. Yeah, I agree with you.
Kenan Thompson will remain for at least 8 more seasons.
Oh, yeah.
The constant. Absolutely.
I think he said, like, I'm never until I'm told to leave. I am not leaving this.
I'm not leaving.
Yeah, he's like, it's a great job. I couldn't.
Why would
more.
I? Like, I'm on SNL every week. And then you got that Andrew Desmukes guy who's like baby Daryl Hammond, just doing all of the impressions now. So they'll be fine. But it's just also, it kind of sucks. I hate those, like, when the transition period happens, when it's like, so some people are leaving, but we're not bringing new people in, or they bring in new people and you're like, who are these people? Takes a little bit of adjustment. I don't know.
Definitely. I'd say it takes a few seasons to get to where it's like good. And even when it's good, it's like 2/3 good or something. Like there's always like some misses. And I suppose you forget that looking back. But I'd like to see a new cast. Like to see their chemistry come together. I think that it's definitely kind of like the ending of an era. Seems like closing up on this old cast.
It's a big cast right now too, right? Like there's a shit ton of people in that show.
I don't want the last, little vestiges of live television to go away. I think the spark of live television needs to be maintained somewhere. My fear is if you stop Saturday Night Live and then 5 years goes by and somebody's like, let's do a live thing. And nobody remembers how, right? The institutional knowledge of how to do live anything is just rusted up. So
it feels like when you watch the Stephen Colbert show and it's live, it feels like a different show. Like you feel like everybody's kind of flying by the seat of their pants and like anything is possible.
Yeah.
Well, not even news is technically live anymore. Like if you tune in for that one bit, and then they loop it. And if something goes off, they'll tighten it up and cut it. So most of the time, not even the news is live anymore. So
and SNL, like there's so many pre-recorded things now. Like the Please Don't Destroy videos are awesome. And I think that's what's getting traction. So maybe they're kind of
right.
Well,
I don't think it's going away live. I don't know that's Michael Che leaving does not like necessitate the like, well, we're not doing it. It's Saturday night.
No.
I don't want live to go away. I
don't know why I thought about that, but it was
dark. You're in a dark place, Jake.
Yeah.
I'm not in a dark spot. I'm not in a dark spot.
It's the cold. You got a bad head cold.
Yes.
No, I haven't caught it yet. I'm just grumpy that I might get it.
You're the impending doom.
Doom.
I opened the door the other day to get a breath of fresh air, and I think I might have caught it from outside. So,
air.
I'm sorry. They're just waiting for you.
Our biggest enemy of the last many years, air. Well, hey, look.
About it.
We've got segments like we're gonna talk about getting stressed about stuff. We haven't done that in a while. We're gonna do a fuck budget, which I don't remember the last time we've done a fuck budget, so I'm very excited about that.
Okay.
The people have spoken. They want
the people have spoken. The people have spoken.
Mm-hmm.
That's my one impression for the episode. But I don't even know what that was an impression of.
Me either. I was like, is that Dan Aykroyd?
It was kind of Beldar.
Yeah. Okay.
With the little Richard Dreyfuss per usual. It's like,
very nice.
You can wear my slicker.
You can wear my slicker.
Anyway, so let's get into stress. Look, it's been a long time. I don't even think I have the thing on my soundboard anymore, so we're just going to get into it. We're going to talk about what's stressing us out, guys. And for those of you who are not familiar, this is our segment. We talk about stress, but it's like a good kind of stress. Like it's something that like we're looking forward to, and it's kind of making us feel weird, and or something that we want to purchase, and we're not necessarily sure we're going to be able to get. So when we say what's stressing us, that's what we're talking about. So let's just dive into it. Maybe Abby, you wanna start? What's stressing you out this week?
Yeah, so many things in the world. But like in my little world, the thing that's stressing me out is, and I showed this off on Toy Anxiety with y'all last week. This is from Pound Purries. They're like the Pound Puppies kitties. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I can't stop thinking about them. They're because I've been really into Littlest Pet Shop, collecting that, and I got the entire place that I ordered off of eBay. I got some, y'all were there. You saw the Littlest Pet Shop toys that I picked up at the convention at Toylanta.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. And now that I see the back of this place set, it's the Super Pound Playground. 3 words, super pound playground. That is what I am stressed about and needing. It's a van that you can like break down and it becomes like a circus for all of your animals. And I've had so many of my friends reach out to me on Instagram and be like, I had that. I'm like, well, I never did.
Yeah, show offs.
Yeah,
why do people always do that? Like, fucking.
It makes me mad, honestly. I'm like, well, I'm buying all of these things back because I never had them. But yeah, so I mentioned it on Toy Anxiety last week, and now I'm in this place where I'm watching YouTube videos and I'm on eBay. And the loose version of this van, which I guess I can kind of show off. I think people kind of, it's like pink here. Oop, there you go. The loose version of it is only like $30 or $40, but if you get it, yeah, it's reasonable. But you see, Craig, that doesn't come with any of the actual accessories or the puppies, the bunnies, etc. Yeah, it's like just a van with a circus inside of it, which is cool.
I think you just sold Jake on pound purries and pound puppies. Like I think that like he's gonna start fighting us for getting these on eBay.
Dude, stay away from my collection. Yeah.
Calling it just the van is like saying the Barbie Dreammobile is just a car. It's like, no,
it's more than
you get
a car.
it, and then you get Barbie, and it's magic. So go get your van. I'll leave it to you. I'll stay out of your way, as far as you know.
Get in a van
and get the purries, and then there you go.
I don't think you want to say get in the van.
Get in the van.
It's a circus in there.
Knock on your door,
dude. Yeah, but the thing that
get in the van for some pound purries.
Get in the pound van. Yeah.
No.
Stranger danger.
Exactly.
God.
If you see a van with like Pound Town on it, don't venture in. It's probably not a circus.
Not the same thing at all.
No. But here's the thing that's really stressing me out. I want it in package, and it's like $350. That's like the only listing on eBay. There's one, and it's gorgeous. And I would like to display the entire box because that's the point. It's like you have it's like, well, let's see. Littlest Pet Shop was made by Kenner, so you have some really good designs on the packages, and I really like to display those in front of their package. And I've got a new shelf set up, so I'm like, it's a lot to think about and manage expectations. And I'd like to find this stuff in the wild. But I'm probably going to end up just spending way too much money on eBay. And getting the Pound Town van, driving around the neighborhood, getting the purries
with a bag of candy.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Georgie.
Somewhere once, and they had framed on the wall, the People's Place I was at, framed on the wall was an uncut sheet of Garbage Pail Kid cards.
Mm-hmm.
Uncut sheets of cards look amazing. Why don't they do that with old packaging? You're right, Abby. Like the boxes of these things are works of art.
Yes.
To have the unfolded box printed as a poster that you can just put on your wall for certain things would be amazing.
Yeah, I completely agree.
We got to find a phone number and
there you go.
That happen.
Yeah,
because some of the toy designers have to have that stuff, like their own art or their like mock-ups or whatever. Like, you're flipping through Instagram randomly and you see like the guy who did the art for the Batman and Robin, the front card, or even the dude that did all of the McDonald's cups for Batman Returns. Like that's beautiful art. Like put it in a museum.
Precisely. Put it in a museum.
Yeah, it would be awesome even to be able to get.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
No, I love it.
Purries.
No, you're good. And I'm sure, Craig, you even know from the Ghost Command Center that you got the sticker sheet. That's like seeing that pristine and seeing that artwork still intact is just it's mind blowing.
It's like a time capsule. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's even just having like a flat version of that framed and up on the toy wall would be really cool. Yeah. I'd love to have the files. I don't want to talk about the Ghost Command. I'm stressed out about that, man. That's like there's one sticker and I still don't know where the fuck it goes. Like I'm looking at those instructions and I don't want to put it in the wrong place, and it's a whole.
Well, I'm not going to help you.
We're not going to talk about it.
Do that yourself.
All right. Well, that was good stress. Thanks, Abby. That's all you got.
That's it. That's all I'm stressed about. I mean, there's millions of other things.
I mean, there's we can go on forever about stresses. All right, Jake. Jake, what do you got? What's your stress this week?
My stress, and I'm pretty sure this is mine, and not some other person's, is the Netflix Marvel shows dropping from Marvel and officially heading over to Disney Plus. Okay. Good stress with a little bit of bad stress because I hope this is. I heard once from some guys in Canada that they were in a car with Rob from the Ghostbusters British Columbia, who made noises that they would never, ever, ever, ever use those shows in the larger MCU. And that was about 5 years ago, and he's a ding dong, obviously, because
you're very connected with the Canadians for some reason, Jake.
Because it's it's a short hop. I commute. I don't know. Anyways, the Matt Murdock showed up in the last Spider-Man, right? So that was kind of the door, and I think it was thrown in as fan service, and 100% proved more than that. I think the way people reacted to it, the guys upstairs went, "Oh man." So if there was any thought of maybe let's just leave them, or maybe we'll revisit them with other people later, I think that went out the door. And now that the stuff's all moving up to Disney Plus, we'll start to see them think in terms of things like, let's continue the Defenders, all variations of the Defenders. We can now do the Defenders and have Doctor Strange show up properly and stuff like that. Like we can just, if the door's open, let's just play around with it now, especially since they're so into the shows, right? The movies only come out every once in a while, but they're like, man, we can fill the void with so many shows.
Yeah.
They're heading into comic book territory, which is, instead of just like a book here and there, it's now going to be a shelf of we're heading in the direction of something new every month, and I'm for that.
Yeah.
And the fact that we might get Jessica Jones back, and that we're going to get the Punisher, like I don't want his Punisher to go away for a while, because I think that was a really rock solid one, especially at a time when, let's just say, the iconography of the Punisher is problematic in the real world. I like that there's an actor that kind of got it in one of the small, narrow window spaces, that the Punisher is something more than a love letter to Charles Bronson and a hard-on for vigilante justice, right? Like, there's somebody that kind of found the human bit, and I'm like, we should maybe let that run out for a few more seasons, and I'm all for that. So
yeah, Luke Cage.
That's what I'm stressed about.
I noticed you didn't mention Iron Fist. I feel like you're just kind of...
No, I think that's another good example too, because when Disney Plus started doing its shows, and we'll get into some of these maybe, the Disney attention to detail kind of got ramped up, whereas when they did like the Netflix shows, they could remember they launched with the amazing fight choreography of Daredevil, and by the time they got to Iron Fist, it looked like things had they'd tried to cut down on time or budget or something like that. And I feel bad, because I think he was pretty good as Danny Rand, and I also don't think they understood. Like, it was a whole series of people of guy with the disability is a superhero, a woman as a superhero, a man in the black community is a superhero. Oh, poor rich white kid lost his money. Is that the show? Like, I think he deserves trauma. I think he deserves a better shot as a story, and this might be it. So,
yeah. Well, it's
you don't agree?
No. Hey, I'm behind on all those the new ones that were just added to Disney Plus. Like, I started Jessica Jones, didn't finish, but listening to you talk, especially about Punisher, I feel more interested. Like, I'd like to go back and dig through.
They were all really great, and I don't know that they were hitting 100% all the time. And they kind of went long too. The seasons seemed to be, what were they? Like 13 or 14 shows?
They were short, I feel like, weren't they? They were like 10
they weren't full seasons.
Like yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and double check. But anyways, now that they're being brought under the larger film production banner, so to speak, and not only that, they now automatically get the attention to detail. You could see that in the originals, they were allowed to mention little things, or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's another good one. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. More Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's a song I made up because I'm Jake and I do that, right? I'm famous for making up songs.
Pretty good, yes.
I love your songs, Jake.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like, so that was on ABC, so it had to kind of fight the television standard model for getting your show out, and you had to do a full season run, which sometimes is not the best to drag a story out for, and wasn't quite tapped into the MCU properly. So when they're like, can we have an Asgardian? They're like, we'll make up one, and you can have a third tier Asgardian for the movies. There you go. And
it'll be Peter McNichol, and damn it, we love him.
We love Peter McNichol.
Yes.
He was fine, but who was it? Was it Sif that showed up? it's not
Yeah,
that I
Lady
hate
Sif
Sif.
showed up.
Lady Sif,
Yeah.
I'm not against that either. But these were small little tokens to say, yes, you're part of the cinematic universe.
But you're right. They had 22 episodes they had to fill.
Yeah,
so
and that's
a little tough.
that can be
Right?
problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, your story
So-
can be diluted.
Now we're heading in the direction of they're going to do like some of the shows, and then they're going to drag some of the people from the shows into eventual like the movies, because you can see in the Eternals that we're kind of heading into some of the more supernatural characters. They'll get a couple of movies out of that. Yeah, why not just build up those four, like just give them a little bit of a polish and get them back up on their feet and build towards not a Defenders series, but a Defenders movie. Give us a Defenders movie. I'd go watch a Defenders movie.
That makes sense, because then you have all the investment of watching for so long, and it would make it'd be cool to see it edified or like brought up into like the next level.
Yeah, I think price wise it works out even better too, because instead of saying we got these four characters and over X amount of time you're going to make 13 episodes at whatever the cost is, so we'll have to try to keep the costs down. No, take the four characters, slam them together, shoot a 2-hour movie, give it even a slightly above average 2-hour movie budget, and it's already going to be able to exceed anything that we've gotten to see in the TV version of it. And I'm all for it. So
Yeah.
But that's the stress, because the potential's there, but nobody's said anything yet. All we've literally got is Matt Murdock showed up in Spider-Man, and even that's a little weird because Spider-Man exists in his own kind of weird little.
And Spider-Man doesn't
Sort
know
of
who
not there.
Daredevil is. It's kind of weird. Like I think it's kind of like its own weird timeline, maybe, or something. But yeah.
That's where the stress is. The potential's there.
Stress.
It's going to be a while to see where it lands, but that's my stress.
That's good stress. That's good
Love
stress,
it.
Jake. That's
Yeah.
I'm just as stressed about that because I don't know where the hell the MCU is going right now. Like they're setting up Blade, they're setting up Harry Styles being the brother of Thanos. They're setting up like I don't know. We'll see where it goes, but very, very interested.
I'm just happy there's adult content on Disney Plus now that they have to like keep.
True.
I think
you gotta lock your kids out of Disney Plus now, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah, because I'm there. I'm
Get your
watching.
kids out of Disney Plus.
We don't need
I
them.
want them watching that Punisher. All right. Well, I quickly want to get to stress because it also should have been a fuck budget thing, and it just happened yesterday, so there wasn't time to get it out to you both. But Obi-Wan Kenobi delayed 2 days, which is now from the 25th to the 27th. But we get 2 episodes instead of getting the first episode. Now we're going to get 2 episodes. That is awesome.
Yes.
However, it now really stresses me out about something that is near and dear to the three of us here, which is Star Wars Celebration, which we had a feeling like if Obi-Wan comes out on the 25th, we're all going to be talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi and we're all going to have seen the first episode. And now that shit's not going to happen until 3 days into the convention.
No.
This is difficult. This is like real stress. This is like good, but also real stress because I have no idea now how things are going to go. I don't know why there's the push. I don't know why we're getting 2 episodes now. We don't even need to talk about that, but like
they think it's an angle, obviously, right? That's the only way it can be, because it's not like, unless it's like, oh my God, we thought episode 1 and 2 were complete. And it turns out Ewan McGregor wandered around with a Starbucks cup for half the first episode. We didn't notice, right? Like
we got to get rid of Jeans Man in the background.
There's no technical reason
No jeans and
to push it back. It literally seems like it was a timing decision, right?
Or the only thing I can think of is that there's something tied at Star Wars Celebration that maybe was supposed to happen on Wednesday or is now going to happen on, because let's see, what day is, what I was trying to look at my calendar as fast as I could here. What day is, the 27th is Friday.
Friday, yeah. 25th was the Wednesday.
25th was Wednesday, which also had May 25th. That's a big Star Wars anniversary. Yep. It made a whole lot of sense. We've talked about it a lot on all of our podcasts. Like May 25th, it made a whole lot of sense. But now, I don't know. I'm stressed because I'm really excited for the show. I know you both are too.
Yeah. Oh, can't wait. Like I don't want to have to wait longer.
The planner in me, I can't do this at Star Wars Celebration now. I can't figure out like when we're going to sit and we're going to talk about it, because now it's going to happen on Friday, and we had plans for Friday and we had plans for Thursday.
Craig, I don't know how you're going to do it, honestly.
How dare they? For podcast producers everywhere out there, I say, how dare they change?
How dare you? We had a plan. We were going to podcast from the hot tub.
I was not
at our
consulted.
hotel.
Yeah.
So let's just say Friday is the solid day, like all conventions. Friday's the day everybody who's going to attend is there, right? There's none of the I can't make it Wednesdays, I'm working Thursdays or whatever, where there's that ramp up. Friday's the day everybody is there. And if you're going to release this thing in the middle of the convention, obviously that's an audience you want to see it. Is it possible then they're just organizing you're going to get to watch a movie's length of Obi-Wan Kenobi at Celebration all together, big screen, one room?
But wouldn't they have been doing? I guess there was. Yeah, Wednesday would have been like the preview day or whatever, the half day.
Yeah. So if you have a big splash for it at the Celebration, and all those Star Wars fans leave there, like what kind of buzz does that create? Versus you put it out on the Wednesday and the public sees it, and the people going to the show see it, but they're not all necessarily. There's something special about being in a room watching this stuff. It just in general, let alone with a room full of people who love the same thing you do. I'm just wondering if it's not meant to be right. Like the Saturday will be filled with watch them react to this bit, and it's 1,000 people.
There's people who show up in those 2 episodes, and now they're guests on Saturday and Sunday. It's weird to me to think about the release schedule of a show being dictated by a convention that's happening at the same time, but maybe that's kind of what happened, or.
Yeah, if they're just going to have that like live moment where everyone's together, reacting to have good press for it. I mean, I can understand that. I would want it to be the kind of thing where I'm in a room with everybody together, not scrambling like beforehand, trying to get do something on a Wednesday or whatever. Like I think it might be better.
Like I'm looking forward if they do that. I'm looking forward to the 3 of us sitting in chairs and everybody just going when the Hayden Christensen shows up or whoever it ends up being. But
dude, I'm gonna rush the stage if Hayden shows up. That'd be
I'm
real
also
cool.
stressed now. Do you think that the episodes are going to be coming out on Fridays now too? Because so they move it from Wednesday to Friday, which Moon Knight, which we're going to talk about in a second here, comes out on Wednesday. They're not going to do that the whole time, are they?
No.
Excuse me. Yeah. I don't think so. And then we have to go back to midnight Mando hours, which is insane. So
it's fine. It's fine. You and I did not sleep ever.
Yeah,
we don't sleep
true.
Anyway. So what's the difference? Who cares? Who cares about our sleep? Nobody cares about our sleep.
Nobody cares about our sleep.
They want that content.
No.
They want our 5 podcasts a week.
5 going on 15. Yes.
All right. Well, that's a good stress segment, everybody. It's been a while since we've done that.
Well done.
Yeah, I feel better. Do you feel better?
Good. Just getting it off our chests, right?
Yeah.
This is our group therapy.
I've been building up.
Hey, shout out to YHS group therapy. If you are not a member, Abby, you usually do that part.
I do.
How do you do that?
Thank you. Well, if you'd like to be a part of our closed group, you can go to Facebook, log in, and search for Yes Have Some Podcast Group Therapy. It's a closed group. Once you join, you can share pictures of the collections you have, of things you just bought, things you're stressed about buying, and it's a safe space to talk about toys and celebrate the things you love. No memes.
No memes. That's the only rule.
No memes. You will be kicked out, buddy.
No way. All right. Well, let's get into our fuck budget here. Again, same thing. I don't have the thing here. Fuck, noise. Fuck budget. So again, if you have not, it's been so long since we've done this. I don't even know how many fucks we give.
Well, in my recollection, we have 10 fucks, but if time has changed and if you want to have 20,
let's do 20 fucks. Let's do 20 fucks.
All right. Well, I'm doubling all mine.
We have to account for inflation. I think it's at 7% right now, which doesn't necessarily add up to 20, but it's another thing. So this is the inflation fuck budget, which you got to watch your fucks.
I can do the math.
All right. All right. So Abby's going to quickly redo. I'm watching her scribble frantically.
Yes,
okay. She's done.
Yes.
This is why you do the math and I do the eBay purchases.
Yes.
All right.
Always about the math.
So for those who are not familiar, we all start with 20 fucks, as we just decided just now, inflation.
Sure.
And we will talk through a variety of topics in which we will allocate some of our fucks toward said topic. This is how many fucks we are going to give about this particular thing. Some of them may be 0 fucks. Some of them may be all the fucks. You have no idea what we're going to give, but they are our fucks to give. Okay. All right. So let's keep the MCU on Disney Plus train rolling here. we are going to talk about Moon Knight. No spoilers. Everybody that just quickly reached to like, don't talk about Moon Knight. All I want to do is just talk about maybe we've watched it, maybe we haven't. But how many fucks do we give about Moon Knight at this period of time on April 1st, 2022? Jake, do you want to start? How many fucks do you give about the Moon Knight show?
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out how to. I would give it, well, a lot actually, because I did see it and I did enjoy it, and I am interested to see where it goes. 20 is a lot. I mean, literally, like we could just liberally spread them out through the whole section.
We got 5 topics here. I'll let you. That normally I don't like to do that because I want you to get to the end and be like, I don't have any fucks. What did I do? I gave out all my fucks.
I gave all my fucks. Well, then you should have just given us 10. 20 is just too rich.
We got money. We got fucks.
Yeah, we got money.
We got a cha-ching.
I'll give it 6.
There's more money in the bank.
I'm going to give it 6 fucks.
All right,
it's just getting started, but I really liked it. I really liked it a lot. I mean, and I know we saw bits and pieces in the trailer and kind of knew where it was going, but to watch it all played out, and no spoilers here, but he's obviously got a bit of an identity crisis thing going on here, and to watch the way they kind of ramped us up through the hour and then ended on a non-resolution resolution, I'm in. Here's 6. I'll see you next week, because this is really heading in a direction that I really like. So
take my fucks, he said.
Yeah.
Take my fucks.
Jake, you and I are literally on the same page here.
Yeah.
I also gave 6 fucks to this category. I love Oscar Isaac. He's literally, I want to sail that dreamboat all the time. And it's really nice to see him in this kind of like mentally like confusing, incongruent timeline jumping with a lot of like you putting the pieces together. And this is not spoiling anything, but that keeps me engaged in a show when I'm like, hold on, now that just doesn't line up with that. Okay, now trying to put it together. And then just the general like museum atmosphere for the show and diving into like Egyptian gods and demons and like half crocodile people. That's like awesome shit that I'm totally here for. I hope I didn't like spoil any of the actual action, but I'd give this 6 fucks, maybe even more at this point. It's just I'm excited about it. It's what we have right now to watch the next Marvel installation, and we were talking about how cool those are. And I'd say 6 as well.
Yeah, he's also really proving that he's got the range to like to flip back and forth and play. It's tough playing multiple characters. Again, sorry, no spoilers, but you should have read the comic by now.
Yeah,
or watched the trailer.
Yeah, if you have a dissociative identity disorder, then there's a couple things going on.
Yeah, but the trick is that he's we've seen people before try to play multiples, and it's not always. Doesn't always work, but he's actually, to be honest, I want to see where he goes. Did you guys ever watch Jekyll, the British series Jekyll?
But I'm assuming.
Go find it.
Duplicitous nature, yeah.
Yeah, well, it is a modern telling of the Jekyll and Hyde thing, and I forget the actor's name, but you'd know him if you saw him. And he was freaky in that he would play both Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And he literally looked different. He did nothing. He just basically kind of just figured out how he stood, his expressions, all that stuff for one character and for the other, and then just moved between them. And it was like watching there was points where we debated, like, are they like doing makeup on? They're not doing makeup. And I'm kind of looking forward to, this is not quite the same thing. There's not that good and evil sort of thing for the huge split, but mousy and badass. And
the dichotomy is there.
So anyway, sorry.
That's good.
No,
That's good.
Right, Craig.
Jekyll.
Tell us your fucks.
I was stuck on Abby talking about Oscar Isaac being a dreamboat, and I recently saw an image of Oscar Isaac and Justin Chastain. Thanks, Ryan Dole.
Can't wipe that out.
Can't wipe that one away from my memory. But anyway, nobody ever cares about my fucks. I gave this one 2 fucks. But all right, so
we care.
Mandalorian season 3 has wrapped filming thanks to Carl Weathers, who doesn't care about his NDA and always is being peace. We now know that
social media.
Be peace.
I want to. I'll be peace.
I'll be quiet. How are we feeling? How many fucks are we giving about this? I mean, all of our auxiliary. We already talked about Obi-Wan, so we know that all of our heart fucks go to Obi-Wan. But how many fucks do we give about Mando season 3? Abby, I'll start with you this time.
10 fucks. A whole 10 fucks. Yeah, absolutely. This was my favorite show that has been on TV. Those first and second season were just absolutely incredible. It's what I was wanting while I watched Boba Fett. So to be able to get back into his story where he's going to be with Grogu, when I say him, I mean Mando. It's going to be the two of them because that choice has been made. And I'm excited to see whatever's going on with the Darksaber, seeing if he can wield it. Maybe just seeing all the other characters, maybe Pelimoto pulled back in, getting more of that. I just love the cast. I love the feel of the show. And I'm just ready because it's like perfection, like just delicately put together and amazing stuff. I love talking about it with y'all too. So I'm looking forward to that.
All my favorite parts of Book of Boba Fett were Mando. So it's like, I feel like just continue that story because that's what I care about. All the fucks. Yeah.
Absolutely.
How about Jake? How about you? What do you got?
I give it 4. I'm excited about it, but the thing is in Book of Boba Fett, it slightly turned into the Mandalorian. So I feel like I'm good for a while. If that makes any sense.
You've had your Mando fill.
I've gone to the Mando methadone clinic. I've had my little hold me over.
Nice.
And I can wait a bit.
Okay.
It'll wear off and the dragon will return. But for the moment, okay, I'm willing to wait.
All right. You're reserving some
I don't want
funds.
to get too excited beforehand too, because it is going to be very cool. Coming out of 2, it was like, okay, so the only 2 things we cared about, the Mandalorian and Grogu, have gone 2 different directions. So what's the season 3? And then Boba Fett was like, it's not even a backdoor pilot. It was like a backdoor season 3. Like they're like, for the budget of Boba Fett, we'll test this out. Yay, they're back together. Okay, we'll see you in season 3, kids. So I don't want to get it too excited too early because again, expectations
measured.
Yeah, got to keep them measured. You don't want to burn yourself out before you get there. So I'm 4.
Expect the least. Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
I'm all in though.
I'm there. Abby, I was with you. I got 10 fucks to that. I got 10 fucks to give to that. That's hot. That's good news.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, three more, and we got we're getting low on time, so I want to make sure that we get to these here.
Okay.
I'll be able to help you zip through these.
All right, here we go. And again, Abby, you only got 4 fucks to give here, so use them wisely. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, the sequel on the good old Nintendo Switch, has been pushed a whole year into 2023. How many fucks do we give about the delay? How many fucks do we give about the game? Doesn't matter. Jake, let's start with you.
2.
2 fucks.
Okay.
How come?
It happens.
Delays, especially with video games.
Jake, have no unique insight into the video game industry, but I just feel that it happens. Like I don't. And not only that, people, it's a never win. You come out, they'll complain about something that they say, oh, you should have waited longer and fixed that. Or you go long and they're like, why are you making us wait? I was like, forget it. I feel deep down inside some strange empathy with the video game industry that I have not previously had before. And it happens. If you're that wound up, guess what? Right now, there are so many games coming out at any given time. If you cannot wait, you can find something. There's something else out there. Inexpensive. You can drop $10 and bide your time. So just if they think they need to hold off, let them hold off. 2 fucks. That's all I give.
I love it.
Not much at all.
Respect. Yeah, that's more than you normally do for gaming.
It was a generous fuck.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. I'm impressed by your generosity.
Thank you.
Fuck.
Thank you.
All right, Abby, how about you?
Thank you.
How many fucks?
0 fucks. I gave
no
this
fucks.
No fucks at all. Yeah,
none of the fucks.
Link has just always been the lamest to me. I never really got into the gameplay of Zelda. It's a lot of like puzzles and going, and that's not really my thing. I like open world, like do whatever I want. I want there to be cute creatures. It's very important to me. So Zelda was just never really. I used to watch my brother playing it on our old Nintendo, and it just never really held my attention. Therefore, and Link is the lamest character to play on Mario Kart, which is my reference for him. He just like his powers are. I just don't.
Everybody thinks they're being cool choosing Link. Like, oh, check me out, I love Zelda.
Yeah, Hal Clay will play Link when he comes over.
Fool.
Yeah, and I'm like lame, loser. But yeah. So, and the pushback doesn't bother me because I'm literally, like you said, Jake, I'm playing games that are making me happy and keeping me occupied. Mm-hmm. The new is it Forgotten Land, the Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I just downloaded that and it's really fun. I played Kirby growing up, so it's like hitting all those spots.
Yeah.
It's making me happy. Plus, I always have Animal Crossing, and there's some new tracks coming out for Mario Kart that have been released, which I'm all about. So Zelda, no. Link, sorry, just don't care.
Yeah,
Don't have
I'm
it.
checking. I'm sad to say there's no Pound Purry's video game. So
Damn.
Yet.
sorry.
Well, maybe if you follow your new interest in video games, Jake, you can.
Oh, I didn't say I was following anything. I just this is a one day insight I had. I woke up and you know what? I had a revelation.
And you were
I was in the shower.
Yeah.
I was in the shower
Just
and I
pop in
said,
there.
I've had an insight to video games. I hope it doesn't last long.
And it's gone. And it's gone.
And it's gone.
I also gave this 0 fucks because I still haven't finished the first one. I played for 10 minutes and I got bored. All right, moving on to Top Gun Maverick. We got about 5 minutes here. We'll blow through these.
Whoa.
Top Gun Maverick, new trailer this week, coming out in May. Tom Cruise, show him all the money, but how many fucks are we going to show him? Jake.
8.
8 is
Whoa.
great for
I
Jake.
saw the
How
new
come you give that one
trailer.
8?
I don't know. I keep telling myself stupid Tom Cruise movies. I don't care. And then for whatever, I read an article about the hold he has over Paramount, and it's slightly terrifying. But what can I say? It pays off. He when he gets his way, a heck of a movie results.
He
And this
makes
one
fun
looks like
movies. Yeah.
this new trailer. Like I said, I'm not there for the Goose was my dad, you killed him sort of things. Whatever. Okay, great. Just fly the jets. And the shots they're showing of the flights, the jet stuff is just, I'm there for that. Fine. So that's where the 8 fucks are going.
No fucks for Goose's son. All the fucks for the flying.
All the fucks for the planes. None
Okay.
for Tom Cruise. None for Goose's son.
Grew up without a dad, and you're not giving him a fuck?
You know what?
All right.
7 for the flight. 1 for they didn't bring back Kelly McGillis. I don't think. Did they?
No,
should
they did
have,
not.
but
She
anyway.
has been replaced by Sarah from Labyrinth. What's her name?
Oh.
that's true. That's okay
Yeah.
then.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Abby,
Jennifer Conley.
Jennifer Conley. Conley. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah.
I give this 0 fucks.
No fucks.
Yeah, I'm saving them up for the last category. And yeah, just Top Gun. We've been waiting too long. I feel like within the movie, like Tom Cruise has aged somehow like more because it's been such a long wait. And I'm just not here for the Tom Cruise life. Not a big fan of his. Yeah. I mean, maybe it will catch me off guard, and having low expectations, I'll be really like stunned by the flight sequences, because I know those were cool, and I did watch Top Gun as a kid. Yeah, I don't have it in me. I don't have the itch to know about what happened to Goose's kid.
Yeah, understandably.
See Tom Cruise be like a badass. Maybe it'll surprise me and be fantastic. That would be just awesome.
There you go. Set your expectations low and reserve the
be
fucks.
overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I gave this one 5 because I'm a sucker for the nobody can teach us. We're the badasses who are rebels, and then insert this, like, you know.
Yeah, I
Gordon,
know. It sounds
Gordon
like Cobra
Bombay
Kai.
coming
Yeah.
in. Yeah, Johnny Lawrence. That's like 5.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. And Chris,
Yes.
Chris, I mean, Jake.
Who?
Why would I call you Chris? That's really
Yeah,
stupid. That
that's
doesn't
really
make any
great.
sense. Your name's Jake. Jake, by my math, you have 0 fucks to give.
That's
so, thanks for playing. But you're broke.
I don't even get to rationalize my 0.
Yeah,
because
broke.
I built it out that way.
All right, last topic here. Bruce Willis, the Bruce Willis, has announced that he is stepping away from acting. Very sad for the reasoning that he is doing this. He's got an aphasia diagnosis that is going to make it impossible for him to communicate. It's going to affect him being able to talk and understand people, which is very sad. We are not here to give fucks about that. We want to be sensitive toward that. We are here to give fucks toward how we're feeling about no more Bruce Willis movies, because that is either it is sad, or if you are Jake and you have 0 fucks to give, you don't care. So Abby, let's start with you. How many fucks do you
Yes.
give about no more John McClane, no more Bruce Willis movies?
I gave this 4 fucks, Craig. I mean, it's sad. It's a bummer. Like, between Die Hard and Pulp Fiction, you've got like, he's just a really influential and like legendary dude. Seems like a nice guy too. And just the battle he's going to be going through with this, it's really a bummer. Like, the disease itself, it affects your cognitive like
Yeah.
abilities, and that's gotta hurt if your lifelong job was communicating things through storytelling and acting. So I would really, it makes me sad to think that he's not going to be in anything else. I hope the best for him and his family. And I'll still watch Die Hard every Christmas and, commemorate and celebrate those things. But yeah, it's definitely a bummer.
Jake is raising his
Jake's
hand.
jumping in.
I'm taking one of my fucks away from Zelda and putting it to this.
There you go. He's giving a fuck. He gives a fuck, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Yes,
I haven't hit.
Santa.
I haven't spent. I'm still at the checkout. I have not committed, so I can move it around if I want.
Okay, all right. Well, the bank will allow it. It is a very tough time, COVID and financial crisis.
I put it to zero because you're right. You kind of laid it out that it was supposed to be no more movies. I basically immediately went to no fucks to give because this is none of our business. That he's heading off into a tough place, and I was like, there's no reason for any of us to pay attention. And then you reminded me what the parameters were. So I'm going to give one fuck on the basis of it is sad, but if you look at what he's been doing over the last little while, he's been doing a lot of pickups. He's been doing a lot of we need a name for the movie, so Bruce Willis sort of thing, and they've been piling up, and I didn't quite understand why. I was like, is it because the market is weird for actors and their big budget movies and all this? Like, because you're seeing all the big names that used to command big movies are now, finding themselves on television, Netflix and all that. And I was like, why is Bruce Willis in all these weird little low budgeter ones as the name that got the low budgeter made? Now this could be part of it. He needed smaller parts. He needed more, flexibility to deal with this sort of thing. But it is time now. The one fuck is go do what you got to do, Bruce, because I say great, and it's not the best terminology, but when an actor gets that one last great role in, and then they pass away or something like that, you're like, you had a great career and you went out on a high note. He's been piling up a lot of swan. He didn't get that. He's had to. He's relatively young is the problem. Like basically to have aphasia, he's got a lot of time ahead of him, just age wise for this. And it's like, and yeah, he was piling them up, and it's like, forget it. Stop. Go do what you got to do. You hopefully don't need to do any of that stuff. Just be with your family, work it all out as best you can, mitigate it as best you can. And yeah, as like Abby said, every Christmas, that's where we remember you. Every Halloween, we're gonna go out and we're gonna watch, The Sixth Sense again, all that sort of stuff. He's got his. So go now before you do something that unfortunately starts interfering with our older impression. That was my one fuck. I'm out of here.
I love watching the armor come down, Jake. I love when I see Jake's heart grow 3 sizes and he gives a fuck for humanity, like just that humanity fuck.
Yes, vulnerability.
I really appreciate seeing that. It gives me faith in humanity.
How did I make it past the audition for this? That's what I want to know.
Jake, you were born here, Jake.
Let me ask you something, though, Jake.
Yes.
How many fucks do you give about this Harry Stamper figure from Armageddon, Bruce Willis?
Well, I'm out of fucks, so I can't give any.
Oh, you have 0 fucks.
No fucks to give.
Craig, give me some fucks. This is awesome.
All right, give the man 10 fucks because all of the Armageddon toys were both amazing and ridiculous.
Yes.
Is that a Hot Wheels? Did Hot Wheels make that?
Hot Wheels.
Mattel Wheel. Yeah, I wonder.
Mattel Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
It's their non-vehicular line.
Cool. And it's an unusual size. Yeah.
It looks like a Centurion. It's kind of ridiculous. I love it.
Yes, in all of its excess, it's wonderful.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are short on time. Our apologies to anything that we said that we were going to get to in this episode and we did not have time for. But for myself, Craig Goldberg, Abigail Gardner, Jacob Walsh, thank you so much for joining us on Yes Have Some. Please hit the likes, the subscribes, smash all of those buttons, buy the t-shirts, listen to the soundtrack album, anything and everything YHS. We put a lot out there for all of you on a week-to-week basis, on a day-to-day basis, on an hour-to-hour basis. There are some days we got 3 shows that come out at the same time. So it's all for you. We bleed, we sweat, we cry for all of you out there. But
yes,
that's all I got. So we'll see you all next time.
And go watch Craig's video of the unboxing and the setting up of the Ghost Command Center.
You gotta see me freak out. All right, we'll catch you on the flippity flip. Go,
yes, Ben. Awesome. Night, y'all.
Hey YHS, first time caller, long time listener, and great to see you back on the air. Would love to send you one of our patches. I'm a part of a local Ghostbusters group. We're the southeastern hold on, it's the name's so long. Let's go. The Southeastern Northern Ohio Ghostbusters. That's what it's called. And just great to see you three doing what you've always been doing. All right, well, I'm gonna go watch Ghostbusters Afterlife again for like the 100th time, and we'll see you on the other side.